classic cassettes.
We're going to take a look at the TDK Type 1 ferric range. These are mainly from the 1980s. The D was TDK's bottom of the range, standard workhorse Type 1 for recording music, speech. They were cheap, they were well made. This one is from the early 80s, with the paper label. This is one that came after, again paper labels. Workhorse, like I said, a lot of people use them for recording off the radio and stuff like that. This is probably my favourite from the D range. These came out around 1985. I remember buying them back in the day. Really high quality, very well made. This is an unopened one. Great packaging. There you go, 1985. This 1988 version is more or less identical, except it does away with the paper label across the bottom of the tape. They sounded good in everyday use. If you had a very good cassette deck, you could actually get some nice treble out of them and nice warm bass. This is a 46. It's from around 1990. They kept pumping them out all through the 90s. They were probably the last TDK cassette to be manufactured. Next, the AD was a notch above the D. This offered even more brilliant treble. Again, craftsmanship, quality, build, excellent. Nice warm bass. This one is from 1984. Yeah, great cassette. Here's another one from around 85, 86. Again, same high quality as you'd expect from TDK. This is the 1988 version. What I find good about these is that a lot of CDs back in the 80s were kind of sterile sounding. When you record onto these using the right bias and EQ, it warms up the sound and you get a nice punch off them. The output's quite high, so they sound nice and clear and bassy. Here is a sealed AD from the early 90s. This is the ADX. I think it was US market. It's a notch up again from the AD. This was the Posh Type 1 for series hi-fi heads back in 1984. The AR was a notch above the AD series, and this one is from 1988. It offered again very clear treble and great bass, just a monster of a tape when it's cranked up loud. These weren't really big sellers because they were expensive, and some of the budget Type 2s were the same price, so people opted for the Type 2. It was kind of market hype, I suppose. A lot of people like these. They're hard to get now. They're not as common as you'd expect, but they go for high prices on eBay. Here's one from the early 90s. AR60. Some people just like Type 1s, and these offered very high quality recording. Then the top of the range was the ARX. This one is from 1988. It's got that same very high quality shell that you find on the TDK SA and MA range from the time. These are fantastic cassettes, and again very rare now, and people are chasing them all over the internet. Again, ARX from early 90s. Yeah, that's as good as it gets from TDK's Type 1 cassettes. Sometimes people call them super ferrics. Yeah. What I like about these is that you can do test recordings on them and compare them. Yeah, great cassettes and a lot of fun. Here we have some limited edition 90-minute AR cassettes. These are from 1988. They came in these very smooth boxes. I guess they were for slipping into your pocket if you were going off for a night of romance. They had special inlays and special labels. This one was black. And this one was white with nice pink hubs. This is probably for the girls. Here you can see the inlay for this one and the labels. When you're finished, they just snapshot like this. Yeah, I guess they're pure 80s excess.